UCLA Health Training Center, and we are joined. Man, are we excited about this. We yelled at him so many times over the years wearing that Boston uniform, but Mark is smart. We thought maybe 12 years ago, but he was one pick away.
But
now you are here in a Laker uniform. How does it feel?
Feels amazing. Full circle. Full circle. It's crazy how this happens. Just talking with my wife earlier today, we talked about it. You know, did you ever think that 12 years ago when you went to Boston that you would ever be a Laker? No, I did not.
But you understand this rivalry fully, sitting next to the OG, Big Game James. I know you do because you played in it for all
Definitely.
years. Yeah.
Definitely.
So what led you here to LA? Because I know Luka wants to take some credit. What does that mean to you when a guy like Luka Doncic says, listen, that's the toughest guy that I've ever played against. I wanted him on my team, and I wanted to learn from him. Luka Doncic wanted to learn from you.
Yeah, that's, whew. You don't hear that. You don't hear a guy of Luka's caliber trying to want to learn, especially from a guy who plays defense, right? You don't hear that. But I'm ecstatic, man. I'm excited. When my agent told me Luka called him and was very interested, I didn't believe him at first. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're joking. I'm a jokester, so you're probably getting me back for something. And he's like, no, I'm serious. We really need to sit down and we need to talk. Like, this is going to happen. This is real. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay. So, I'm just confused. But no, having Luka, have that ability to say, I want this guy here, and being able to play against him for the long as I did, knowing I'm finally glad to be on his side.
Yeah.
For 12 years, man, I've had to say, I hate this dude. Why we can't get somebody like that? I've heard Kobe say it. He's tough. LeBron just said it like 30 minutes ago, and now you're here. Michael Cooper was a tough defender. You put me in that mindset. So what do you think, not what the team needs, but like when Ron Harper came here with Chicago, he brought that experience, he brought that locker room experience as well. What do you see going forward here?
Definitely. He brought that dog. That's what he brought for sure, that dog, and that's what this is, that dog mentality. I've made my livelihood in this league of being that dog, and I still am.
Like that.
And unfortunately, the last 2 years, I've been sidelined with injuries and, just team to team. And, I like to look at the positive things, and I like to look at that. I was able to get some rest and get my energy up and get my health up to be able to come here and do what I got to do.
As we kind of just both told you, LeBron and Luka both today said they were finally glad to be on the same side as you. Starting with the two of them, JJ mentioned to us that one of the responsibilities he sees in you is vocal leadership. What does that look like, especially when you start with those two?
Yeah, for me, just being myself. I've never backed down from any challenge. I've never backed down from any adversity. I've always tried to, practice what I preach. If I'm going to be able to tell somebody something, you better make sure you're doing it before you go out there and let somebody else know. So just holding myself and everybody accountable to do some great things.
Marcus, I've been saying this throughout the summer ever since you signed with the Lakers. Like, when you look back at your career, it's only a couple years ago when you were the best defensive player in the league, when you were leading those Boston teams. You were the heart and soul. Those guys said it.
Yep.
You mentioned a couple of years, injuries, jumping around. What did you learn about yourself?
I learned to grow my patience. I learned to understand that, things happen for a reason. And, control what you can control. And that's kind of my motto, control what I can control. There's a lot of things in this world we can't control. And unfortunately, we focus a lot on those instead of focusing on things that we can control that can benefit us.
Is there a big difference playing, in the East? Now you're coming over to the West. Is there a little bit difference?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. We all know the East. It's a powerhouse. It's a grind. We're gonna take it. We're gonna be physical. We're gonna pound everything. West, you come over here and it's straight run and gun. You better put your track shoes on. You better be ready to go because these guys are trying to get up
chasing
and down
Steph all over the place.
You better believe it. You better believe it.
You mentioned the injuries, and then you shared with us in the commercial break how good you feel. Can you kind of peel back the curtain in terms of what you had to do to get your body to the position, mentally and physically?
Yeah, I just came back from, I tore two ligaments in my finger and my shooting hand on my right index finger. Had 4 pins put in. They took them out. Had to rehab the finger back. Also, this finger, I actually dislocated with a compound fracture 8 years ago in summer league. So it's like this finger and this hand has been through a lot. So the rehab that I have to go through, breaking down more scar tissue and trying to get that function back, has been a long road. But I have a great support cast with my family, friends, and everybody around me to make sure I got everything I need to do to help me.
12 years.
12 years.
Are you as motivated as ever?
Very. Just probably more motivated now than ever, just because I've been there. I've tasted what it tastes like to be on that big stage in the big time moments at the highest of high, and I miss it.
If there's one area this team needs to be impacted, it's the defensive end. Is that going to be your main goal?
Plain and simple. That's me. That's what I came to do. That's why Luka called me. That's what JJ wants, and like those guys say, to have me on their side. So I'm excited.
For those of us that are getting used to or learning the game of Jake LaRavia, you played alongside of him. What can you share for LakersNation?
Jay Smooth. That's what I call him, man. Jake. I think Jake is a very underrated player, and you guys are going to see. His skill set is very high, and the type of player he can be on both ends with his athleticism, his height, and his will to want to learn and actually be good at what he does and put that work in. So I'm excited for Jake, and I think you guys will be too.
I got to ask you this before you go. You're playing in Boston all those years. I mean, fanatical fans, they love their Celtics. You come to LA. I mean, it is another level. What has been kind of that like with you when you see people and fans and how they react?
It's been all love from the fans. Just seeing around, everybody talking. We'll always love you. But still, when you come, just know
say that?
It's all love. But we got to play our part.
Yeah.
And that's hating you right now.
It's like Rondo came, right? It's like Rondo, and then he comes here.
I'm here for it because I'm gonna thrive into it too. So be ready.
Usually they say, we hated you when you were kicking our ass, but welcome to LA.
Yeah. He beat us down a lot of times, didn't he?
That's amazing.
By the way,
Good
big game,
times.
you always said we're going to get that Celtic ass. That's what he said before every game.
And we go get some help from somebody who knows Boston very well.
Man, this is a great conversation, man. I really appreciate it. We were looking forward to seeing you, and we're happy you're here.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
For sure.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Happy you're healthy, too.
Definitely.
And congrats. I know your son turned 1.
Turn one.
Turn
Yes,
one.
he did. Yes, he
That's
did.
cool,
Thank
too.
you so much. I
All right.
appreciate it.
Good age.
Marcus Smart, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
A Laker.
I used to be a Celtic fan back in the day.
I know.
Yeah, back
That's always weird. That switched in 82.
Paul Silas guy.
Yeah.
Wait, does LakersNation know this? Did you just drop something
I debated it before, but that was
Long time ago.
Guy threw haymakers at Tom Kite and stuff. He's not. Yeah. All right, here he is. Last year, Media Day, I thought was one of the coolest moments because we had Bronny and his pops on the set to lead it off. But now you are solo, as you should be.
Solo.
You get your
solo.
own interview. Welcome back.
Thank
How
you,
we
thank
doing?
you. I'm doing great.
We're jumping right into what we care about, not basketball. It's been as Big Game James says, it's like the Golf Channel today. Listen,
right.
Hey, man, that swing, and listen, as a father, I told your dad, and he agreed. Your swing is buttery.
I
You are
appreciate it.
advanced. I don't know. He's got a long way to go to catch
Advanced,
you.
I don't know about that, but
The swing.
I'm
The
working on
swing
it.
is buttery. I'm
Thank
telling
you. Yeah. I've been working on it.
Where'd he get
this
that
summer.
from, Allie, his swing?
Your mom.
Okay.
Oh, it got to be my mom.
Yeah.
I mean, she was a softball player. I don't
That's
have
it.
much of a baseball swing, but I guess she got the mechanics down a little bit. Yeah.
News travels quickly in the golf world.
Oh, yeah.
And Bronny's he's known as a smooth operator. He's getting it done quickly as well.
Is Austin Reeves that good?
Oh, Austin
He
is elite.
Elite?
Elite. I mean, if you consider +1 elite, I do.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah.
It is elite. How excited are you to start training camp tomorrow?
It's out of the roof. I'm working on my game. I'm really confident in myself right now, so I'm ready to go out there.
How different is it from a year ago?
It's miles different. Like I feel very confident in my game right now, so I'm ready.
Yeah, under the microscope a lot last year. A lot of it unfairly, your first year. But I saw in the Summer League this year, I saw a little bit in the G League, some major production. You calm down, forget all the distractions, what people are saying. That's got to feel good coming into year number 2.
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah. Everything is paid off. All the work, all the late nights, all the early mornings, putting the right things in my body, lifting, everything. So Yeah.
What do you see as like an avenue that you might take this year? I know defensively, you know, you're bouncy, the outside shot. I know defense is to me is your best, but what do you see another avenue you might improve on going forward this year?
I mean, as a PG, just being, you know, having the ball in my hands and be comfortable with the ball in my hands and, you know, running plays for my team and getting people in the right spots and stuff like that. So, but also just, you know, taking advantage of any opportunity that JJ gives me, you know, whether it's, you know, late in the season or early in the season whenever he needs me to do whatever. You know, I'm a dirty work guy and I'll do whatever. So
love it.
I imagine you spent time just kind of reflecting on that first year as you looked ahead to what you could do this off season. What were some of those things that you kind of took away from last year that you worked on?
Again, just having the ball in my hands and being able to make mistakes, especially in the G League. I think it's really, you know, grown my game a lot, and just, you know, working on my game even more in the summer, working on specific things, getting downhill more, being able to shoot off the dribble, stuff like that, and being able to read pick and rolls and, you know, help side defense and stuff like that. So, again, just those G Leagues reps have been amazing for me, and it's allowed me to learn a lot faster.
Bronny, it was so impressive last year, and we were really happy for you just to watch the improvement because it was always on full display. We watched you spend a lot of time in the G League, and I remember that game late in the season against Milwaukee where you showed out and you got that opportunity. Describe what that was like for you last year, just kind of going from back and forth, and how that helped you.
Yeah, I think it was great for me. You know, just, you know, giving me some problems to work out myself, and, you know, learning while doing it. I think it was, you know, the best thing that could have happened to me in terms of my situation. So, you know, just going down there and getting the reps in and again, being able to make mistakes and learn from that. And then coming up and playing against the Bucks and, you know, having a good game. So, yeah, I think it was
a great game. It was a great game, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, just being able to learn. So, yeah.
You've always had your dad, you know, like to work out with,
right,
you know, to teach you, you know, new lessons. Now you're on the team with your dad, and you have a second-year coach in JJ Redick, who seems to know how to communicate very well. What's it like having, you know, two of those entities at once?
Yeah, I mean, Dad has been with me since the start, so he's, you know, always been preaching the, you know, same things and believing in myself and believing in my game and my work, and also just having JJ as the head coach believing me to, you know, go out and produce when he needs me, and, you know, sending me down to the G League. He thought it was good for me, and it turned out great. So having two guys like that believe in me and believe in my game has just been great for my progression.
Obviously, to have both of them alongside of you, is there anyone else maybe that you picked the brains of over the summer from a mentor standpoint?
Not really. I'd say, like, you know, just trying to focus on what's going on in my head, and trying to, you know, not let it overwhelm me. Especially last year, there was a lot going on, jumping back from G League into Lakers. So just trying to, you know, keep my head on right and on tight. So it's been working so far this summer.
Seems a lot calmer, doesn't he? He's like cool as a cucumber sitting
I'm
over
like,
here.
He's going to be able to do whatever he wants in life when he's done playing.
Well, you know, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's cool, man. I love it.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, I can't wait to talk about him. No, seriously, you've been incredible. We're super proud of you. But if you can share this. Personal goal this year?
Personal goal?
Yeah, like for you, going in training camp this season, like do you have some
Yeah, I mean,
share?
I think just growing as a player, like every day, just coming in and learning from the guys that are playing ahead of me, and being ready whenever those guys, you know, need me. So I'm just, you know, here for the road and learning every day and working every day and, you know, trying to get better, trying to, you know, just better myself any way I can.
earning his interview on the set by himself. I can't wait to see. We are good.
We do have to finish with the one question we've asked kind of everyone, all day long. I'm sure it just hits a little different because it was my favorite quote last year. I think throughout the season when you were like, he is my dad.
He's my dad.
Literally, he's my dad.
We use that all year as a best. He's my dad.
He's my dad. Season 23.
Season 23.
Were you surprised? Are you,
I'm just as surprised as everyone else. I don't know how he's doing it. It's crazy to be a part of that, and I've been here from literally the start. So
I mean,
from the jump.
yeah, literally I've been here from the jump. So
literally remember.
Literally my dad.
he's literally my dad has been playing in the league.
Yeah, remember seeing photo and video of you shooting hoops before and after the game in Cleveland and Miami, like 5 to now. That's crazy.
It's crazy
for us to experience that.
It was great. Just being on the set last year,
me.
like as a dad, it was crazy. Like just watching you two together and stuff. So here you are,
Awesome.
man.
Appreciate it, man.
Congrats on everything. Keep working on that buttery swing.
I got you. I will.
All right, we're going over to Brez with Christian Coloco.
J.J. Redick, Lakers taking a cautious approach with LeBron James ahead of his 23rd season. The Los Angeles Lakers officially kicked off training camp on Tuesday, but one major name was missing from the court, LeBron James. Head coach J.J. Redick explained after practice that LeBron is dealing with a minor nerve irritation in his glute, and given that he's heading into his unprecedented 23rd NBA season at age 40, the team is taking a deliberate and careful approach to his ramp-up during camp and preseason. It's probably going to be a longer runway leading up to opening night, Redick said. We're in uncharted territory here. After talking with the staff and with LeBron, we all agreed, he may have pushed a little too hard in last year's training camp. And for me, as a first-year coach, having his full buy-in was incredible. But this year, we're being more methodical. He's got 22 seasons of wear and tear, and right now, he's dealing with a slight nerve irritation. So we're thinking long-term. There's really no blueprint for what LeBron is doing. No one has ever played 23 seasons in the NBA at this level. But what Redick is doing now is learning from how things were handled last season and adjusting to make sure the Lakers have their leader healthy and ready for the stretch that truly matters, the regular season and beyond. You're going to hear me say this a lot. It's uncharted territory, Redick emphasized. There's no roadmap for a player who's logged this many minutes, carried this much responsibility on both ends of the floor, for this long. We asked a lot from him last year, especially early in camp, and now we're working together to find what truly works best. The good news? LeBron is fully aligned with the plan. Everyone, from the coaching staff to the medical team, is on the same page. Still, there's no confirmation yet on whether the plan includes LeBron suiting up for any of the Lakers' 6 preseason games. It'd be great if he did. Of course, Redick admitted. We'd love to see it. But if not, we'll make it work. While seeing LeBron in preseason action would certainly help build chemistry, especially alongside Luka Doncic and the other new starters, health comes first. The Lakers are making it clear, this season is a marathon, not a sprint. LeBron on training camp plans. We'll figure it out. When LeBron James spoke at Lakers Media Day, he echoed Redick's approach. It's all about being smart, not rushing, and staying engaged. We're still figuring it out, LeBron told ESPN when asked about his camp and preseason availability. Of course, I want to be on the floor as much as possible, but we all know where I'm at, physically and mentally, and the coaching staff knows it too. We just want to make sure we're aligned when the time comes to step on the court. This is year 23 for me. I've made huge strides this off-season. I've been training all summer. But even when I'm not on the court, I'm still locked in. I'm tuned into everything we're building. That's what matters most. As training camp progresses, the Lakers' approach with LeBron has sparked discussion across the league. While some fans are eager to see James back on the court as soon as possible, most analysts agree that the team is making the right call by managing his workload from day one. Inside the organization, the message is clear: preserving LeBron's health and effectiveness over the course of an 82-game season, and potentially a deep playoff run, is far more important than a strong start in October. The decision to ease him in slowly isn't just about his age, but about sustainability. The Lakers are building their strategy around maximizing his impact when it matters most. Beyond LeBron, this also gives new head coach J.J. Redick a valuable opportunity to assess the rest of the roster more closely. With James sitting out portions of training camp and potentially the preseason, younger players and recent acquisitions are getting extended reps in practice, a crucial factor as Redick shapes his rotation and offensive system. Reports from camp indicate that Redick has already started experimenting with lineups that don't rely solely on LeBron initiating the offense. That includes more touches for Luka Doncic in primary ball-handling situations, as well as a larger role for supporting pieces like Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura. The hope is that, by spreading the responsibility, the Lakers can reduce the physical burden on James while improving overall team fluidity. LeBron's role off the court has also taken on new importance. Several teammates and staff members have noted how engaged he's been despite limited on-court participation, constantly communicating, observing drills closely, and offering feedback to younger players. It's a continuation of his evolution into more of a mentor figure, one who still leads by example but also understands the power of his presence and voice in building team culture. Around the league, other teams are taking notice. The cautious strategy mirrors what the Spurs did in the later years of Tim Duncan's career, or what Miami has done with Jimmy Butler in recent seasons, prioritizing long-term readiness over short-term gains. In LeBron's case, the stakes are even higher. Not only is he still playing at an elite level in year 23, but the team around him has been reshaped to support one final push toward another championship. As for LeBron himself, he remains focused and optimistic. Speaking briefly to reporters after Media Day, he emphasized his commitment to doing whatever is needed, whether that means leading on the court, guiding from the sidelines, or stepping back when necessary to ensure his body holds up for the full campaign. The question now becomes how this slower ramp-up will affect the Lakers' early season performance. Will the chemistry develop fast enough? Can the team find its rhythm without relying too heavily on James in October and November? And when he does return in full, will the calculated patience pay off? One thing is clear, the Lakers and LeBron are thinking bigger than just the next game. They're thinking about April, about June, about legacy. And in year 23, every decision matters that much more.